Hi guys! Today let's discuss the basics of your electrocardiogram. And the purpose of this video guys is for you to know yung mga principles na alam mo muna for electrocardiogram para mas mag-gets mo later on if you're doing further readings about it or when you're answering questions regarding your electrocardiogram. So this is not an in-depth discussion on your dysrhythmias but rather just a surface level principle discussion on your electrocardiogram. When you look at the waves of your ECG, guys, you have your P, Q, R, S, T waves. So kung makikita mo, in the middle, para bang may isometric line. And anong ginagawa ng waves mo? Deflecting up, down, up, down, up. Okay? So para bang it follows an up, and then a down, and then an up, and then a down, and then an up deflections. Okay? So if you try and draw it, you just follow that rule. You go up and then down and then up, then and down and then up. Okay? So guys, if you label that, this is your P wave. This is your Q. This is your R. This is your S. And this is your T wave. Now let's look at the very first wave you see. That's your P wave. Diba? Your P, Q, R, S, T. So basically, we're talking about the first wave here, and that's your P wave. Guys, look at the board. Your P wave, that one indicates atrial depolarization. And depolarization, that means contraction. And true enough, guys, the reason why it's the P wave that comes first, or it's the atrium that comes first, this has something to do with the location of your sinoatrial node, or your SA node, which is the node responsible to start the rhythm of the heart. That's why it's called the primary pacemaker of the heart, correct? Yes. And the location of the SA node is where it's right in your atrium. That's why the first wave you see comes from atrial contraction because it's the atrium that gets triggered first, stimulated first by your sinoatrial node or your pacemaker. Anatomy dictates physiology. Anatomically, the location of your sinoatrial node is in your atrium. That's why ang first pump, nasaan? Galing kay atrium. Okay? That's why you see a P wave first before anything else. And then, it's also true that when atrial depolarization or contraction means a P wave deflection on the electrocardiogram, it's also true to say that a P wave problem means an atrial problem. So any problems in the P wave will point out to an atrium problem. For example, guys, number 1, you have your atrial flutter. In an atrial flutter, what do you see? You see a P, 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 Q, R, S, T. And then a P, 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 Q, R, S, T. Okay, so hindi perfect ang drawing ko, but that's it. Okay, ano yan? You see a fluttering P wave, and then a QRS segment, and then a T wave. You see fluttering or multiple P waves followed by a normal QRS and T waves in a flutter. So ano yan? Multiple P waves, that's what you term in your atrial flutter as your sawtooth appearance. So when you hear that term or when you see that term in the exam, sawtooth appearance, it means an atrial flutter. Nasa ng problem? Nasa P wave ba? Yes. So nasa ng problem sa heart? Nasa atrium ba? Yes. So, sino nagfa-flutter? Sino nagbi-beat ng multiple times? Si atrium. Painting multiple P waves in the electrocardiogram followed by a normal QRS and then a T wave. That's your atrial flutter. Number 2, another good example of an atrial abnormality is your atrial fibrillation. Syempre, also known as your AFib. Guys, when you see this term, fibrillation, atrial fibrillation, ventricular fibrillation, the word fibrillation means a quivering movement of the muscles of the heart. Basically, it means chaotic, irregular muscle twitching. So, chaotic irregular muscle twitching of the what? Of the atrium. So, anong makikita mo? Pag fibrillation ang nakasulat, you will no longer see a proper P wave, which indicates electrical activity from the atrium. But what do you see? You will see a chaotic, irregular muscle twitching of the atrium, which will paint a very ugly wave before a QRS and T wave segments in your electrocardiogram. So, ano nangyari sa P wave mo? Your P wave, gone, unrecognizable, indistinguishable, ugly, chaotic, irregular heart rhythm ang makikita mo. Basically, nawala na talaga siya. Okay? So, how do you draw that? How do you see that in the electrocardiogram? Before a QRS segment, you will see a very irregular and erratic activity of the atrium or a fibrillatory wave from your atrium and then your QRS T. And then a very ugly wave, QRS. Okay? So basically, ganyan ang atrial fibrillation mo. Your atrium, instead of pumping or contracting or depolarizing properly to produce a proper T wave, what happens is that it's just quivering. Can no longer pump like a normal atrium would do. That's why when you look at your ECG, you see a fibrillatory wave or chaotic quivering rhythm of the atrium followed by a QRS segment. If it's an atrial problem, you see the problem in the P wave in the electrocardiogram. The next part is the bigger waves, your QRS segment. Your QRS segments, guys, or your QRS waves, di ba? You have your P, Q, R, S, T. Your P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, so ganyan. Basically, we mean these sharp, pointy lines here. And your QRS wave, they show you the ventricular activity or the ventricular depolarization. Or when you say depolarization, it means contraction of the what? Of the ventricles, which are the bigger and stronger pumps of the heart, correct? Yes. So every time the ventricle contracts, it's able to produce sharp pointy waves on the electrocardiogram because it comes from a stronger heart activity, it comes from the stronger pumps of the heart. Kasi anong function ni ventricle? It's the one responsible to circulate the blood to the rest of the body, to the vital organs. Kaya, true enough, it should be able to produce a stronger electrical activity, stronger heart pump, producing pointy, sharp edges on the electrocardiogram, which is your QRS waves. So guys, it's also true that every after an atrium contracts, which is the location of the sinoatrial node. Kaya first CP wave, atrial contraction, it should be followed by your ventricles, which is your QRS waves. So there's a QRS segment every after a P wave. Ibig sabihin, pagkatapos mag-contract ng atrium mo, dapat mag-contract si ventricle. Pag sinimulan ni SA node, sinoatrial node, dapat ma-receive ni AV node or your atrioventricular node, the node in between your atrium and your ventricles. So pag na-receive ni AV node, ibig sabihin nakarating na kay ventricles ang sinend na signal ni sinoatrial node. That's why after a P wave, you get a QRS segment. That's why after an atrial contraction or atrial depolarization, you see a ventricular contraction or ventricular depolarization. So guys, if you have problems in the QRS segment, that points out to a ventricular problem. Because QRS indicates ventricular activity, correct? Yes. So a very good example of this, have you ever heard of number 1, your PVC or your premature ventricular contraction? Yes, premature ventricular contraction, your PVC. This one, from the word itself, there are premature ventricular contractions. And ventricular contractions, they're able to provide QRS segments on the ECG, di ba? Yes, so when you look at your PVC, it looks like a ventricular activity or a QRS segment that is displaced in your electrocardiogram. You see your premature QRS segments in your electrocardiogram that appears every now and then. That's your premature ventricular contraction. Guys, number 2, the next one. Oh, you have your ventricular tachycardia. So from the word itself, the ventricles, the larger muscles of the heart, is in tachycardia, elevated heart rate. So anong ibig sabihin yan guys? In the electrocardiogram, what do you see? Ventricular activity lang. Ano yan? That's your QRS waves lang. So it looks like this one. And true enough, when you characterize ventricular tachycardia, ano yan? That one, it looks like a sore thumb appearance. So this sore thumb appearance, that's basically your QRS segment being repeated again and again and again to characterize tachycardia coming from the ventricles which are able to produce your QRS segment. So ayan, QRS segment na lang lahat nasa electrocardiogram mo. Ma'am, ano nangyayari sa ibang waves? They are overshadowed because again, we go back to the principle that it's your ventricles that are the stronger pumps of the heart. So if the ventricles are in an override, like in a ventricular tachycardia, the waves you see, QRS segment lang lahat. The P wave, gone. Sino ang bigger pumps? Ventricle. Sino ang stronger electrical activity? Ventricle. Kaya anong napipinta sa ECG mo? QRS segment ng lahat when the ventricles are in an overdrive. The next one, number 3, you have your ventricular fibrillation. Ayan, when you see the term fibrillation, anong sabi natin? That's the quivering. This time of the what? The ventricles, the larger muscles of the heart, the stronger pumps responsible for the circulation of the vital organs and the rest of the body, correct? Yes, that's why a ventricular fibrillation, that's a rhythm of arrest. And you have to immediately terminate that rhythm because it's life threatening to the patient. Just imagine your ventricles, the stronger pumps of the heart, responsible sa circulation ng vital organs mo, nagfifibrillate lang, nagkuquiver lang, hindi nagpa-pump ng maayos. Ano yan? Chaotic, irregular muscle twitching lang. There's no proper and coordinated muscle contraction for proper circulation, especially when it comes from the ventricles. So ano makikita mo sa ECG guys? Fibrillatory waves lang na hindi mo na maintindihan. That's your ventricular fibrillation. Kasi right now, it's your ventricles that can no longer contract properly. Nagkuquiver lang siya. Chaotic, irregular, muscle twitching lang ang nangyayari. So may QRS pa ba na makikita? Wala na. Kasi again, quivering lang to. Chaotic, irregular, ugly rhythm. The QRS segment, gone. Indistinguishable, cannot be found. What do you see? Just the fibrillatory waves from the quivering of the bigger pumps of the heart, which are your ventricles. So again, this is a rhythm of arrest and you have to terminate it immediately. How do you do that? You defibrillate the patient. That's why it's called defibrillation. Kasi you remove fibrillation from that particular rhythm. Like in this case, a ventricular fibrillation. So anong gagawin mo? Defibrillate your delivery of that shock. Defibrillation. O syempre, hindi pa nagtatapos dyan. The last wave that you have your T wave. You have your PQRS T. So basically, this is the last segment of the electrocardiogram, your T wave. And what does that mean? That means your ventricular repolarization. It's a lot easier to remember this because R, repolarization, also means R, relaxation. So when the bigger pumps of the heart, like your ventricles, relax, they produce a deflection on the electrocardiogram and basically yan yung T wave mo. Of course, there's a deeper medical meaning to the deflection of your T wave, but it's easier to understand na since your ventricles are the bigger muscle pump, pag nag-relax yan, it's also able to produce a wave on the electrocardiogram. So guys, question, Ma'am, atrium, do they also repolarize? The answer is yes. But where do you see the repolarization of the atrium? You don't see that as a wave because after the atrium contracts, sino nagko-contract? Si ventricle, which are the stronger pumps of the heart. And atrial relaxation happens at the exact same time as your ventricular contraction. So since ventricular contraction is so strong coming from the bigger pumps of the heart, it's able to overshadow the atrial relaxation. That's why you don't see any waves for atrial relaxation. Next, guys, let's talk about your wave intervals. So, these are intervals that you have to know, especially for nursing. Guys, you have your ST segment. Basically, this one, if you have your PQRS, the ST segment is this part here. It's literally in between your S and your T wave, di ba? Because this is your P, Q, R, S, T. So, nasa ng ST segment? This is the ST segment, that flat line there before the T wave and after the S wave from your QRS segment. And guys, please note, ST segment, that should be flat or isometric. Like this one right here, flat lang siya. It's not elevated, it's not depressed. Guys, why? Because if you have ST elevation, that's a sign of myocardial infarction, di ba? Your STEMI, ST segment elevation, myocardial infarction. You have your PQRS T. Okay? So, ganon. Elevated siya. Isa pa, P, Q, R, S, T. So, dapat flat lang ang ST segment mo. Anong nangyari dito? You have an elevation of the ST segment that is supposed to be flat and isometric. What does that indicate? It can indicate ST elevation or your MI, myocardial infarction, most famously known as your STEMI. ST elevation, myocardial infarction. Tama? Yes. And then guys, next, what if the ST is depressed? You have ST depression. That one is a sign of ischemia. Ischemia, ibig sabihin poor oxygen supply, like your angina pectoris. Next interval is your PR interval. So guys, etong PR interval, basically you have your P, Q, R, S, T. Tama? The PR interval is between the P wave and then the R wave. That interval right there, di ba? This is your P wave and then your Q and then the R is the highest part of the QRS segment and then your S and then your T. Correct? So the PR interval is the distance between the P wave to the R wave, which is the tallest wave of your QRS segment. And going back to what we have discussed kanina, P wave means an atrial activity or an atrial contraction. And the R wave is the highest point of your QRS segment or your ventricular activity, 'di ba? Because isn't it, the QRS segment indicates ventricular contraction. Yes. So the R wave, which is the highest point of a QRS segment, also indicates the highest point of your ventricular activity. Tama? Yes. So if you have a P wave interval abnormality from the P wave to the R wave, if it is lengthening, mas humahaba ang distance between the P and the R wave, that indicates your heart blocks. First degree, second degree, third degree heart blocks, yan ang tinitignan natin, ang PR interval. The time it takes for the atrial signal to be received by the ventricles. Kumbaga, the time it takes from the atrial contraction to the ventricular contraction. That's your PR interval. If there's a problem in the PR interval, that's a heart block. So when you define a heart block, that's basically a problem in the impulse delivery. From where? From the atrium to the ventricles. From where? From the SA node in the atrium to the AV node of the ventricles. Correct? Yes, that's your heart blocks. So that's all. Hope you learned. Bye.